What's up, my friends? I am very excited to bring this video to you guys today. And no, I'm not talking about Bitcoin or cryptocurrency. I'm rather creating a metaphor because I had an epiphany moment and I wanted to share it with you guys to kind of, burn it into your neurons here for you. Because we are trying to create our dream life. And what I thought about is if you are an investor, whether it's in stocks, crypto, real estate, you do something called TA in the financial world. It's called TA, which stands for technical analysis. You'll bring up a bunch of fancy graphs here. You will look at the volume traded. You'll read a bunch of information, finances about the company, decide if it's a good investment or not. And I thought, why don't we do that with ourselves? Because in reality, we, ourselves, our brain and our body is the number one investment that we'll ever make in our lives. Whether you have $1 billion or $0, everybody has a brain and a body. And so we're going to do a little bit of technical analysis on why or how we can create that dream life we want. And to start us off, I'm going to share a clip by Dolores Cannon. Sit with me because this is going to really be profound. A quick summary of who Dolores Cannon is. She is a hypnotherapist that is a life regressionist. And so what she does over 30 years is she would bring people into a room who have trauma, put them in a hypnotized state and kind of work through their trauma and go back in their lives. Not only did she discover that these people would talk about having previous lives, but there was a gap in between the lives that they referred to as the spiritual plane, or as religious people would describe as heaven. As she shared her stories, other hypnotherapists and life regressionists corroborated her story and said, yes, our patients are saying the exact same thing. She even wrote an incredible book, which I highly recommend, which is Between Death and Life. And she talks about what her clients have told her thousands and thousands of times, and they say the same thing. So here's a quick 1-minute clip, and then we'll get into it.
You're really a very powerful being, but you don't realize when you come to Earth, you forget all of that. And we have access to this part all the time, but we ignore it. All the information I've written about, it comes through my clients. It doesn't come through me. One of the main lessons you come to Earth to learn is how to manipulate energy.
Yes.
Everything is energy.
Everything.
And you come to Earth to learn how to manipulate that.
Yes.
To be a master manifester. So once you learn how to manipulate energy, you can have anything you want. Nothing is impossible. They say there are no limitations except the limitations you put upon yourself.
Wow.
First, you have to know what you want. And a lot of people say, well, I need this, I want this.
No.
Those are the wrong words.
Yes.
In creating your reality, if you say, I need, I want, well, see, you're creating a lack.
Lack.
And you're putting it off by I want it. No, the wording is I have it.
I have it.
And you got to believe it.
And believe it.
It's the law of the universe called the law of abundance, the law of attraction. You can have anything you want once you know what it is.
Okay, so here she's saying to create the dream life, you have to say, I have it. You have to believe as though you already have it. You cannot say, I need or want, because you're creating lack. Now, another important person, probably the smartest person ever, said something similar. Nikola Tesla. His famous quote is, if you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. And he's kind of a smart guy. What is he credited with inventing? The Tesla coil, the radio, remote control, world wireless system. Okay, this guy's pretty smart, and he mastered the invisible rainbow, okay? Electromagnetic frequency of waves and frequency. And Dolores Cannon is simply echoing that on how we can create the life that we want. Now, if you've never heard of Dolores Cannon or Nikola Tesla, this is going to sound out there for you, but I want to read this quote before we continue because I think it'll make a lot of sense. By being closed-minded, you lose much of the experience of life. You should never rely on just one path as the way, as the ultimate. For in all paths there is truth, and in all paths there is falsehood. And you must spend your life sifting through all these paths to find your truth to discover. For the questioning in life, you will find truth and it will sustain you. That could be the meaning of life. So I ask you to go down this journey with me because we're going to break it down into the most simplest form to create the dream life that you have always wanted. To do that, we need a plan. We have to be intentional with our day. How do we do that? We have to operate from first principles. We have to break it down into its simplest form. Why? Because without principles, we would be forced to react to all the things life throws at us individually as if it were the first time we were experiencing them. And for this example I give you, America. Here's a picture of New York City. 99% of people are just reacting throughout the day with no intention. They wake up, they think about their problems, they look at their phone, they look at their emails, look at their texts, they go out the door, they drive the same way, and they're just reacting, right? Look at these people walking past each other, reacting to what each other looks like, reacting to these ads, reacting to the car horns. We cannot be reacting. We need to be creators. And the best way to do this is to break it down into 4 principles or agreements. Here's my second book plug. No, I'm not getting paid for any of this, okay? The 4 Agreements, a short book that I highly recommend every human being reads. This is my life Bible. And what it talks about is the 4 principles or agreements that we all need to have. The first one is be impeccable with your word. This is the idea of being truthful to yourself and being accountable. When you say you're going to get up at 6 a.m., you get up at 6. When you say you're going to work out for an hour today, you work out. When you say you're not going to drink beer or smoke weed and watch TV, you don't do it. Because how can you expect other people to be accountable if you're not accountable to yourself? If you lie secretly to yourself about getting up on time, how do you expect your politician to be honest when they say they're going to do things for you? How can you expect your boss to be truthful and say they're going to give you a raise in December when you can't even be truthful to yourself, okay? The second is don't take anything personal. This is amazing, especially in today's world where we're online, we're sharing stuff in the public space. For people that are too scared or haven't made their first video or TikTok or YouTube, this is the most powerful thing. It was for me. Don't take anything personal. You can't please everybody. If someone says your video sucked, say, okay, thank you. Don't take it personally. They're probably having a bad day. If your boss says you suck at work, don't take it personally. You're probably having a bad day. If they say you're amazing and you're great, don't take it personal. Don't let your ego get through the room and you're the greatest now of all time, okay? The third thing is don't make assumptions. 99% of all the assumptions you make in life about other people or yourself are just wrong, and they're so wrong. Your assumption of why this girl or that guy's that way is probably completely wrong. You have no idea what's going on in their life. The same thing when you come to something new, a new job, a new activity, and you say, oh, I can't do that, I don't know. You don't know. Stop assuming. And the 4th agreement or principle to round this all up is to do your best for all 3 of these. Because that's all we can ask of ourselves is if you know internally that you did your best, right? And your best is going to look different on a day that you're sick versus a day that you have tons of energy. So understand that your best is going to look different on different days. Now, why are we breaking this down into simple principles? Because what we have is a society, right? Like this. And what you see in our society is that 99% of adults are professionals in a job. They know more about how to do a job than they do about their own brain and their own body. They know more technical terms for their job than they know the parts of their brain, the parts of their body. They know more about how to do their piece of work to earn money, to live a life that they're already not happy with, than they know how to regulate their breath, their heart rate, their stress responses of their autonomic nervous system, the foods to eat, and why all of that is relevant to them. And to that I say is the equivalent of teaching a student how to build and disassemble a car engine, but then not teaching them how to drive. And that is what we have an abundance of in this world, especially in America. We have a bunch of people that know how to be an adult, but don't know how to drive their own body, their own brain. And so we have to break it down into first principles. And so I'm going to tell you what I do in the morning because I want you guys to be able to take action from this video and how I break down my day into first principles to get the dream life that I am going for. The first thing is we have to give yourself an hour just for you in the morning. So if right now you wake up at 7, you got to get up at 6. And if you get up at 6, because you're getting up in an hour, that means you need to go to bed an hour earlier too. So if you go to bed at midnight, you need to go to bed at 11 to get that extra hour sleep. And this is important because in this first hour, we are going to take care of our mental, our spiritual, and our physical health. As you can see in red, I said, don't touch your phone. Do not touch your phone. Because the second you touch your phone, now you're reacting to a text, to an Instagram post, to an email. We are not reacting in the morning. We are going to create. So the first thing you're going to do is take care of your mental health. You're going to grab your list of 4 agreements that we just went over, and you're going to read them out loud. Okay, this creates conviction and accountability. And then you're also going to say out loud the important goals that you want in your future life, right? That might look like being a better parent, a better communicator. You might want to build a website for that new business or post your first TikTok or YouTube, okay? And I listed 3 things that I say. Okay, this is me being transparent in what I say. So after I say the 4 agreements, I say these. I have millions of dollars this month, which allows me to be free to spend my time helping others with my full-time creativity and heart. I take frequency, energy, and my vibration seriously to attract that which is already mine. I am a global influencer with millions of like-minded community members. See how I did what Dolores told us not to do. I don't say I want or need. I say I have, and I emotionally embrace it as if it is true. After that, we're going to take 30 minutes for our spiritual health, okay? This is meditation, so important. First, we're going to do a 10-minute loving kindness meditation. I'm just going to share you a snippet so you know kind of what it's about. Ready? Here we go.
Both of your hands over your heart. As you do this, say to yourself with sincerity and clarity, may I be well.
May I be well.
May I be happy.
May I be happy.
May I be peaceful.
May I be peaceful.
May I be loved.
And may I be loved. Oof! Man, just saying that gets me feeling already less stressed and just happier about my life. And the great thing about that video is you do it to yourself, you do it to a loved one, and then the kicker is the third time you do it focused on someone that you're having a disagreement with or you're not having a healthy communication with. Why is that so important? Because if you can wish love and peace and happiness to someone that you're not vibing with right now, imagine how easy the rest of your day is. Dealing with an angry coworker or boss or someone who cuts you off in traffic. Oh, so powerful. 10 minutes. Start your day with the loving kindness meditation. The next thing we're going to do is 20 minutes of a vision of the future, right? So we just came here. We just said our 4 agreements. We listed out our dream lives. We've emotionally embraced it. We've got the love and kindness and gratitude in our hearts. And now we're going to focus on the vision of the future from this Dr. Joe Dispenza meditation. Here we're going to listen to a quick clip.
And now, what was that vision of the future that awaits you? Be defined by that.
Whew, I almost just started doing it right then because, again, so powerful. Because your brain can create, right? Because your brain is otherwise this. Your brain is otherwise a map to the future or it is a record of the past. You can otherwise wake up, grab your phone, and start remembering about all the debt, the credit card debt, the student loans, the work you got to do at your office, the people you don't like, all the stressors, and you can have your life, your past, become predictable future, or you can create, within the first hour of the day, a map to your future reality, okay? And then after we've done that 30 minutes of spiritual health, you're going to do your physical health. This is a 20, 30-minute workout. This could be running around the block, doing jumping jacks, doing an ab routine, taking your dog outside, doing a follow-along YouTube video in your living room, or going to the gym, okay? And just like that, in the first hour of the day, we've already taken care of our mental, physical, and spiritual health. We are primed for the day with intention. We are playing offense, not defense. We are in control and not reacting. We have goals aligned to ourselves for the rest of the day. And if we do this every single day, we are going to build a habit, because neurons that fire together wire together, and you are going to prune apart the old version of yourself and create a new personality, which will lead to a new personal reality. Okay? And I'm going to leave you with this. Okay? The quote of the day. If you are only thinking about how great your dream life will be while also being disappointed with your current life, then you'll keep manifesting a life where you're unhappy in the present moment. Because if you're not happy in the present moment, you'll manifest more of the same. Because more of your attention is focused on that unhappiness. To feel good consistently, you must focus your attention on how great it feels to be living in this life. And for that, I'm going to bring up Pokemon. Because we all love Pokemon. And I think it's the greatest visual for exactly what's being said, right? Because you can't focus on your life right now and be down on yourself. To realize it's a process. Just like we all want to be Charizard, right? But right now we're Charmander. And in order to be Charmander, we have to level up. And then we have to evolve into a Charmeleon. And then we have to be a Charmeleon for 20 levels. And then we level up into a Charizard. And so we can't think of these as separate Pokemon. We can't think of our life as a separate life. This crappy life I have now, and then my future life that I'm so bitter that I don't have. It's a process. It's an evolution. There's going to be ups and downs, just like Bitcoin and any investment. There's going to be ups and downs. And just like if you believe in an investment, right, yourself, we believe in ourselves. When you believe in an investment, you buy the dips because it's going to go up. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to buy our life dips. Whenever we have a bad day, which there's no such thing as a bad day. It's a character building day. When we have a dip in our life, we're going to buy it because we're going up. And we have to realize that as we're manifesting and creating our desired life, there's going to be ups and downs. But if we build a habit of it every single day and we realize this is a process, we're going to evolve eventually into a Charmeleon. And then we're going to continue and we're going to evolve into a Charizard. Okay? And we have to focus on having it and embracing it emotionally. We don't need or want, we have. And so focus on being a Pokemon and understand that there are levels to this shit, okay? And we're going to buy our dips because we believe in the investment of ourselves. And so I leave with you today that evolution between Charmander and Charizard, and hopefully you can take some of these actions that I do in the morning, put an hour for yourself, for your mental, spiritual, and physical health. I hope this helped you. Click that subscribe button if this did help, and I'll be back with you with another video because we are in this together, my friends. Peace and love.